Here is the question that wins the knife. It allows me to have a chat with you. This is from Dave Eckhart in Mesquite, Nevada. Howdy, O'Neill. He's a Westerner. Howdy. Could you please give us some advice on how to go about starting an outdoor show like yours? It seems like a perfect way to make a living. And we're going to send Dave a Southern Grind knife for submitting that question, but it gives me the opportunity to answer that question at 17 after the hour. Let's see. Number one, there's a lot more to it than you think. Number two, the networks, outdoor networks or whatever, they do not visit you and say, "Hey, I would like for you to produce a show and we'll air it for you and we will pay you." No, that's not how it works. You go to the Outdoor Channel, the Sportsman's Channel, the Fox networks, and you produce a pilot and you send it to them, and then you purchase the time on the network. For instance, for you to have a show that airs 3 times a week on the Outdoor Channel will cost you somewhere in the territory of about $6,000 a week, which you pay up front. Sportsman's Channel, you pay $2,000 a week. Fox networks, you pay individually, and they run anywhere from $800 a week per network to about $1,500 a week per network. Then you have to produce the show. Now, what's involved there? You have to have a professional cameraman who owns a camera, or you need to own one. Sound gear, microphones, receivers. You have to have quite a bit of gear. Then, of course, you have to edit the program from the time that you were in the field producing the show. And I'm not discouraging you. I'm answering his question. Then you have to have someone, if not that person who was on camera, you have to edit the program. So it has to be a finished product. Lastly, and the most difficult one of all, is you have to sell the show to the sponsors so that they will want to air their program, air their billboards, their message of sales inside the show. Whew. For a year's programs with clerical cost, it costs, I don't mind sharing this with you, it's part of the question and part of the answer. It cost O'Neill about $1 million a year to produce O'Neill Outside Television with Travis Johnson. I would imagine other shows cost a lot more. Bill Dance, I'm sure it cost him a great deal more. Roland Martin, a great deal more. So you have to figure that you're going to spend $1 million before you ever make any money. That is, if you sell enough sponsorships to get that money back. That's the reason the outdoor television part of this business is fading. There are too many shows. The cameras are too cheap. Just because you're on television and the host of a show doesn't mean that you should be. I can tell you. I watch some of them, and I don't see how they're on the air at all. And maybe some of mine aren't also. But that's the lengthy answer to his question. And we're going to send him a Southern Grind knife in the next couple of weeks. And possibly that gave me the opportunity to explain to you a little bit more about how it works. It's very expensive. It is a full-time job to produce a show and be on the air 52 weeks a year. Out of that 52 weeks, you'll have to produce 26 originals and you'll air 26 reruns. It's not a small-time business. And there's the answer to the question.